didn't lose a set, and so she's got that winning feeling as we start off this match. It will be Alex Eala to serve first. My name's Candy Reid. Thanks very much for your company. You can just hear the wind a little bit in the background there, and that might be a problem most likely for Eala rather than Maria, because the way she plays doesn't go for the lines too much and uses the slice on both forehand and backhand quite a lot, so the ball stays relatively low over the net. It's going to be a tricky test for Eala, this one. We'll see if she handles it. Eala made her Logic WTA Tour debut in August of 2021. Was given a wild card into the Cluj tournament in Romania. And defeated Paula Almachea before losing to Maya Sharif in straight sets. So 3 early chances for Tatjana Maria. And Eala has her first point of the board. 1 break point save. 2 more to come. That slice and dice is something that Eala's going to have to get used to, and fast. Broken in the very first game. The Tunisian after that made a really nice speech, didn't she, about Maria? Oh, that's superb from Eala. A look really at the first opportunity she's had to take that forehand on. That was a lovely shot down the line. That's nice creativity too. Up a couple of times already. Oh, that was an opportunity, wasn't it? She did everything else right. Just swiped a little bit of the volley. A little bit too much follow through. But the intention was good to attack the Maria backhand. You know, you're going to get high, slower ball in return. You have to move your feet up quickly to the volley in order to not let the ball drop. So a chance for Eala to get the break right back. No doubt there will be quite a few double faults today, such as the weather conditions. The wind tends to ease up as the day goes on. ace swiftly follows the double fault. No doubt we'll see Charlotte and Cecilia watching as well as husband Charles, usually on hand somewhere. So a break for Eala. Eala did play the Australian Open, but lost first round of qualifying to Misaki Doi in 3 sets. Oh, it's a really good volley, isn't it? Knifes around the outside of the ball. Alumni of the Rafa Nadal Tennis Academy in Manacor, Spain. We've seen a couple of terrific drop shots already by the youngster. Had a slow start to this match, but since then, it's been very much on her racket. Impressive stuff. For the Australian Open, she warmed up, as so many did, in the W60 ITF event in Canberra. Eala won her first round in qualifying, beating Marcela Zacharias, but then lost to Oksana Selekmateva. 6-4 in the third. She's had some near losses. Good play again from Eala. As Maria, despite being broken in the first game, broke right back and then held to serve pretty routinely against Tatjana Maria. Maria, the 6th seed here this week. We've already seen a seeded casualty with Wang Zhu going down to Zhu Lin yesterday. Not a huge surprise because Zhu Lin has been playing very well indeed in 2023. She's the player the tournament has picked to watch this week. Second ace for Maria. Making her debut in this tournament, which began in 2019, won on that occasion by Dayana Yastremska, who's in action this week. In 2020, Magda Linette was the champion. And the Pole was supposed to be the top seed this week, but following her excellent run to the semi-finals of the Australian Open, she decided to change her schedule, have a little bit of a rest. She's been doing some media in Poland. The double specialist also has been given a wild card, as was Lanlana Tararudi. Tararudi, coached by one of the tournament directors, Paradorn Srishapan, was beaten last night. Oh, it was tough, wasn't it, from Eala with the ball hitting the net tape. It took all the fizz out of the ball. Maria, rather than choosing to go up the line where it would have been a clear winner, went right at the 17-year-old. Too much pace to handle. Well, it might have been drifting out, mightn't it? It did look that way. That's the way the wind is going. Ball hung in the air a lot of the time. Eala decided to play it, perhaps not full of conviction that she should have, though. Makes the mistake as a result. Those dry volleys, you really got to hit up on the ball. It's a shot which Belinda Bencic is a specialist in, isn't it? The dry volley. Similar shots in the rally there. Eala this time makes no mistake with the dry volley. Handled it well, didn't she? The only player from the Philippines in the draw is Eala. And same for Tatjana Maria, the only German. That's a bad miss, just had too much time to think about it. And Maria with 2 breakpoint chances here. We'll just let that ball drop a little bit low, did Maria. I think caught out by the slower pace of the serve. Let's see if Eala can save the second break point. Oh, attempted the drop shot. It worked twice before, but not on this occasion. Undercooked it. You can see by that point how much the wind is swirling, how difficult the conditions are, the players having to make those last-minute footwork adjustments. Can't ever get too complacent in these conditions. That's not a bad idea, is it, to come to the net? Got to watch on the net. That's her third ace. Looking for her second straight love service hold. And that is a slam dunk. Great stuff. Following the Australian Open. Looks to have served her well, though. No supplement for match play, and in particular for that winning feeling, which she definitely earned, winning all 5 matches in straight sets in Pune. Maria seems to be growing in confidence. Eala knows she's just got to keep calm when Maria comes to the net. Don't need to pass on the first ball. Need to try and carve out an opening by giving the volleyer a difficult first shot. Preferably down low. an incredible point. And no wonder the fans here on court one are roaring their approval. That was fantastic, wasn't it? Almost like a point from the 1970s on grass. Maria, fit as a fiddle, breathing hard after that one. She survived. You could see her just make the move to her right at the last second when she looked to be beaten. Just reads the game so well. Best point of the match, perhaps the best point of the tournament so far. Oh, that's excellent in return, isn't it? Not an easy loose wrist and the racket head speed. Having to work very hard in every point. So far winning half of her first service points. Less than 40% behind the second serve. That double fault seemed to be coming, didn't it? It's her third already off the match. So once again, facing break points. Goes for far too much from a difficult position, especially going down the line from there. That's the way the wind's blowing from right to left. First round of the Thailand Open, making her debut. That's good work from Eala. Still staying positive despite the score so far. She's been broken 3 times. Has broken the experienced German though. Just once in the Maria first service game. That's a really, really good return, taking the ball early. That's clever work. Waiting till the very, very last second to open the racket up, change the grip. Put in the drop shot. Oh, that's so good. Oh yeah, slicing in. A couple of chances to pull one break back. One chance is gone. Maria serving very well indeed today. Already has 4 aces. It's just so good, isn't it? Yeah, had to go with the top spin there. Ooh. And the serve too big. That's an excellent set of tennis. And she just... The Fluvitova match will precede Yastremska Uchijima, which is 3rd on centre court, not before 5 p.m. local time. Oh, that is brilliant from Maria inside the baseline. But that's the case. Maria with fist bump towards her box. She attempts to break for the 2nd time in this set. Oh, it's a poor drop shot. Hit a couple early on that worked beautifully. Since then, no luck for Eala, now facing 2 more break points. Needs to try and push the veteran behind the baseline before she plays it again. It looked like Eala was considering the dropper for the 2nd ball. Did well though. Keep her discipline. Nice first volley. Second volley routine, but nothing really is routine in these conditions. Break point number 2. Beautiful play. Really moved up to that volley, which was dipping and dropping. Eala still struggling to land first serves. Made just 4 of 10 so far in this set. Slice staying very, very low. Eala has to be a little bit more patient, get down low with the ball. Maria isn't going to hurt her from the baseline. Third breakpoint chance in this game. And that is just missed. Too dangerous to go for the line. The Alex Eala serve once more. 28 degrees Celsius right now, wind at 21 kilometers per hour. And that one's dropped in. Brilliant use of the wind. Wild forehand for Eala, needs to step into the ball. Keep it very low over the net from that side. Wind is behind Eala a little bit. Just going to get hotter throughout the week. Luckily for tournament organisers, no rain in sight. Maria reading Eala like a book. Earlier in the point, moved over to a third straight hold to love in the match. That's well played. Always dangerous to go into the forehand when you're approaching. But with the wind behind her back, Eala skies it far too high over the net. Got to try and use that wrist to create a lot of spin. Dip the ball down. Make Maria at least play one volley. Well, that ball didn't drop in time. Eala watching it safely drift beyond the baseline. Didn't lose a set in qualifying, Eala. She was the 4 seeds, beats Hua Hin, a wild card from China, 6-1, 7-6, and then overcame Kristina Dimitruk, 6-2, 7-5. Both players she was expected to beat. Her opponent today, she is not expected to beat. Eala has played 2 players in the top 100 before. Lost both of those matches, most recently to Anna Bondar. It's just too crafty, isn't it, from Maria? 2 break points. And that will be that. It's a second break for Maria in this set alone. Hasn't really given Alexandra Eala a chance in this one. That's so well played, isn't it? Eala has tried to mix things up as best she can. Maria seems to have an answer for everything. Using that high kicker to get the ball up to Eala's forehand. Works nicely. She'll take it. A lucky break for Eala. She'll take anything really at this point. Maria suddenly struggling to land first serves. Made just 5 from 14 attempts in this set. That's her first double fault to go with 1 ace. Oh, it was a real chance for Eala, wasn't it? The serve absolutely sat up and asked for it. But she's just going for the lines too much. There's no problem hitting that ball big down the middle. So let off for Maria, the 6th seed. Chance for a 5-1 lead. Oh, and that's a very rare unforced error from Maria. Seems to be getting a little wobbly as she attempts to close this one out. Oh, it's better from Eala. A bit more conservative with the return. Didn't quite open the racket face enough on the low backhand volley. Maria takes a good long look at coach and husband Charles. Well, you're not going to get away with that one. Double whammy from. And that will help. A little bit more of a slice on that serve. And that is another excellent delivery, right at a good time. Ball thrower, as we saw a recent lovely post on social media. Cecilia feeding both Charlotte and Tatjana. No real follow through on that forehand. Looks to have slightly lost a rhythm, Eala. Again, the tricky conditions combined with the tricky play from Maria. And we see that quite often to the Germans' opponents. Eala doing well to cover the line there. Didn't actually need to hit a volley, but she was ready if she needed to. Once again, Maria guessing right, but the ball carried that high backhand off to the left. Now 3 minutes on the match clock. And Eala desperately trying to stay in this match and prolong it just a little bit. And that's not going to get the job done. Oh, Maria covered it, got up to the net cord really well indeed, belying her 35 years of age. And looked to have got onto the backhand volley. Just far enough away from her where she was at full stretch, couldn't control the racket frame. So a point and a chance for Eala to hold serve for the first time in this second set. Oh, that's a big miss from Tatjana Maria. Would put your house, wouldn't you, on making her short forehand, but it's a hold for Eala. Just a few signs that the Maria game was slipping slightly in the last two games, one of which she won, one of which she didn't. Eala definitely haven't seen the best of Eala up until now. She seems to be turning it on. Official under-14 world champs. That one goes just wide. Eala not really moving her feet to adjust in the windy conditions. When Eala won that Tarbes tournament as a 12-year-old, she beat Linda Noskova in the final. Noskova playing in Lyon this week. And just coming off a really good win over Garbina Muguruza, a straight sets affair. Couple of big serves when she's really needed them. And that brings up match points. So experience wins over youth today. Here on court one, it's Tatjana Maria with a comprehensive 6-2 victory over the 17-year-old Alexandra Eala.